we're here. We're at 100 days and nothing could be more underwhelming. I swear to God, who gives a fuck? No one seems to give a fuck. 100 days. 100 days of pure boredom. 100 days of missing out. 100 days of no hangovers. Just pure depression. Just unadulterated depression. 100 days. 100 days. Only a few thousand left. No, it was alright tonight. I had a gig and it was fucking packed and my wife came down. She hadn't been to a gig in a while and I fucking had a good gig. It was a real good gig and she was very fucking happy to see it. So she's happy to see her sacrifices and her hard work paying off. But she ended up drinking there and I was the designated driver. We ended up going to the pub and meeting up with one of my oldest friends. It's funny, it's 100 days and I met up with, actually he is my oldest friend. He's my oldest friend that I've got left. How long have we been mates? Over 20 years. Over 20 years we've been mates, close mates, inseparable at high school. We've lived together, we've got fucked up innumerable times together. And he's probably the funniest guy I've ever known. He is so fucking funny. He came over for a drink about 6 months ago and I had a bunch of comedian mates over. Real good comedians as well. Good fucking comedians, funny fuckers. And he came over and he was holding court. He was by far the funniest person in the room. By a long, long fucking way. He just had all the comedians in fucking stitches the whole time. But the cunt's got problems. Serious, serious problems now. That's why it's funny. It's 100 days. And I met my oldest mate and he opened up about his drinking problems. And they're fucking serious drinking problems. See, the thing is, me and him used to drink and it used to be cool. Like the way we drank when we were younger, it was cool up until a point. We were like heroes with our drinking. And then around about 25, 26, it stops being cool, completely stops being cool, and it just becomes like, right, this guy's got a fucking problem now. Well, my mate, he is the Michael Jordan of holding booze. I would put him up against anyone in history. I don't give a fuck about your Keith Richards, your fucking anyone's. This guy can drink all day, all fucking day, all night, and you would not even know the cunt's pissed. Where my drinking style, it was very obvious I was intoxicated. He was always the one holding it, and I was always the one causing trouble, so it looked like my problem was bigger than his. But I had those hardcore, massive fuck-ups. So I had the wake-up calls to push me along to quitting. My mate just kept on drinking and it never seemed like a problem. And now it's a fucking problem. Like he's seriously drinking himself to death. He was telling us the extent of his drinking. It's fucking insane. He was fully opening up and saying he has a problem and he has no fucking idea how to stop. His drinking routine, we calculated it. He reckons he's up to around 60 to 70 standard drinks a day. There was a period there where he was drinking 3 bottles of red from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. He would have 3 bottles of red and then just continue drinking all day. And the thing is, you can't even tell he's fucking drunk. You wouldn't know he's had a sip of alcohol. And he's fucking hammered. Like he's literally drinking himself to death. His old man died of alcoholism when he was 32. His grandpa died of alcoholism when he was 32. And my mate has passed them both at 34. But if he continues drinking how he's drinking, he will not live longer than 2 more years. He's fucked. Now I've got to find a way to get this cunt off the booze now. So I told him I'm going to go down to AA next week, and he said he'll come down with me. So I'll drag him along to that. He was fully opening up. He was like, I need help, and I need it fucking fast. I could have told you that a long time ago. About 7 years ago, he gave me a call. He'd just been down to the doctor. This was in his red wine phase, where he was waking up and drinking 3 bottles of red in the morning. He went down to the doctor. The doctor said, your liver's fucked. You need to stop drinking now. And not only has he not stopped drinking, he's upped the ante on the drinking. And he knows he's going to die as well, but he just cannot stop. And it's fucking crazy. It's crazy to watch someone you love and you know so well become a fucking shell of what they used to be. Because booze in the long term steals from you what it gives you in the short term. So everything it gives you in the short term, over a long period of time, it takes that away from you. It takes away your confidence. It takes away your ability to interact with other people. It takes away your humor. It takes everything from you. And then you're just left as a shell of your former self, which he is at the moment. So yeah, 100 days. And the problems keep on fucking mounting. So stay tuned for that to see how much longer one of my best old friends will live for, because he looks like he's about to die. And I'm going to send him this goddamn podcast as a fucking eye-opener for him, you stupid cunt. Alright, that's a happy note. Hip hip hooray, 100 days. Yeah, fucking hell. Alright, thanks for listening. If you're enjoying the podcast, as usual, also send your stories in. Keep sending your stories in to @Boyle Comedy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Add me, go to Apple iTunes, review, rate, and subscribe to the podcast, and I hope you enjoy it. See you later. This one was depressing as shit. Alright, see ya.